Hello friends, my name is Mohit and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is part 2 of SQL Server tutorial playlist, and in this video we'll see what is database in SQL and how to create, alter and delete a database. In our last video, we have already seen how to install a Microsoft SQL Server and SSMS on our system in a very great detail, and we have covered each and every point related to the installation. So if you need any help regarding installation, then you can refer that video. So let us discuss today's agenda. So today we'll discuss what is database in SQL and how to create, alter, and delete a database. Okay, so first let us discuss what is database. So the database you can consider as a collection of tables that store a specific set of structured data. Okay, so whatever tables you create or a view or a store procedures, everything is inside a database only. And what is table? A table contains a collection of rows, also referred to as a record or a tuples, and columns, also referred as attribute. Okay, so we'll see these things in our upcoming videos. But in short, if I tell, then whenever you insert any record in a table, that is in a form of tuples. Okay, so if I explain this, let me open an Excel. Let's say you have some ID column and name column in a table. Okay, so these are considered as an attributes of the table. So all the list of columns which are present in a table are also known as attributes. And let's say you are inserting some data using some insert or DML scripts. Okay, so how to create it, we'll see those things in our upcoming videos. But as of now, if I say, let's say ID value is 1 and name value is some random value ABC. So while creating the script, we'll insert these value inside this bracket. And let's say ID value is an integer, so 1. And inside name value, this is an string. Okay, so whenever you create an insert script, the values are in this form. So in this way, you can consider that the records are nothing but tuples only. Okay, and columns referred as an attribute. Now we'll see how to create a database in SQL. So let's move to SQL Server Management Studio. So there are multiple ways to create a database. First, we'll see how to create database graphically, and then we'll see how to create database using the SQL query. Okay. So in order to create database graphically, you just need to click on this one, right click, create on new database. Let me give this a name, demo db. Okay. Click OK. See, we have created a database with name demo db. And second method is you can use SQL query in order to create a database. And see, either you are creating a database or you are creating some table, views, stored procedures. So whenever you create any object in SQL, you need to write create keyword. Okay. If you are creating database, then create database. If you are creating table, then create table. So in this way, you will create any object in SQL. So here we want to create database. So what query we will use? So as per the documentation, create database demo DB. Create database demo db1 because we have already created demo db graphically. So let's give it a different name. Now if I execute this one, it will create a database with name demo db1. Now in order to check this, here in the object explorer, you need to click here, click on refresh button. See, this we have created graphically and this we have created using SQL query. Okay, so this is how we can create a database. Okay, now if you see here, we have like system database, then we created demo db1. So what are the differences? So whatever databases we have created, these are nothing but user defined databases. Okay, that means we have created it, and there are something inside databases, system databases, and these things will be installed automatically while you are performing installation of SQL Server and SSMS. Okay, so these are required in order to operate or function the things in a correct manner. Okay, let me minimize this one. And now, if you see here, let's say due to some reason, I close this one. Now, if you again want to open this Object Explorer, then you need to like navigate view, and here you can see Object Explorer. Click on this one. Then again, this will open this tab. Okay. Now there is one more point I would like to highlight. So let's say this is a database what we created here, DemoDB1. Now if you right click here, go to the properties. Now navigate to this one, files. So here if you see, for every database what you created, like in this case DemoDB1, there are like two files. We can see here two files. See, demodb1.mdf, demodb1 underscore log dot ldf. So what are these two files? So whenever you create database, these two files will be created. So MDF means you can consider it as an actual data file or master data file, which actually contains data. Okay, and LDF is a like a, which is a log file for transactions. Okay, so these two files are created once you create a database. Now let me close this one. Okay, so this is how we can create a database. Now moving to the next point, once you have created a database, there may be a need to rename or alter the database name, correct? So how you can alter it? How you can rename a database? So again, there are like two ways to do it. First, we can use graphically. So in order to rename it graphically, click on this one, then right click. There is an option to rename. Now let's rename it to DemoDB new. Okay, click enter. So this is how you can rename database graphically. Now, in order to rename database using SQL query, again we have two ways to do it. First, we can write alter query, and second, we can use system-defined store procedures. So how to do it? Let's see. So let us first use alter query. Okay. Now here, alter database. This is the keyword which you need to write. Then here you need to specify your database name. Let's say I want to rename this DemoDB new to DemoDB new 1. Okay. So this database will be renamed as DemoDB new 1 after executing this query. So let us execute this. See, the query run is successful. Now let me refresh this. Right click here, refresh. You can see DemoDB new 1. So this is how you can alter or rename database using SQL query. Now we can perform the same thing using system defined store procedure. And for that, we can use the syntax somewhat like this, like sp underscore rename db, then the database name and the new database name which you want to give. Okay, so let us try this one as well. Sp underscore rename, then my original database name. Currently, we have like two database, right? If you see the left panel, this is the demo db, this is the demo db new one, correct? So let us change this name with some new name. Okay. So DemoDB new one, and I want to rename this again with this name, DemoDB new. Okay. See, we don't have DemoDB new here, but after executing this query, this will be renamed as DemoDB new. Let me run it. Oh, I got this. Okay, I think SP rename. Let me go to the document. SP rename DB. Okay, sorry, I missed a keyword DB. This is the full syntax. Now let me run it. See, so we were able to create DemoDB new one database name to DemoDB new. So in order to reflect the same in this Object Explorer, we need to refresh this database. See, this is created. Okay. Okay. So we have seen how to create a database and how to alter or rename a database. Okay. Now let's move to the next point. Okay. So how to drop or delete a database? So of course there are again two methods. Either you can use like let's say you want to drop this database, then you need to click on this database, right click here, and there is an option to delete. So you can click on this option in order to delete database. So let me click on this one. Okay. Now you can click OK. And as soon as you click OK, this database will be deleted. And behind the scene, the MDF and LDF file, which we discussed earlier, that also will be deleted. So let me click this OK. See, it is deleted successfully. Now again, in order to drop any object in SQL, we use the keyword drop. Then here you want to drop a database. So if you see the syntax is drop database, then database name. Let us write in similar way database. Then what is the database name? DemoDB. DemoDB. Okay. Now let me run this one. So if you can observe, this query is taking some time. Okay. And see, ultimately it gave an error, and this is what I wanted to point out. See, it is giving an error like cannot drop database because it's already in use. So what does this mean? Let us go to the slide. So here if you see, let's say there are n number of developers who are actually performing some query or executing something or using this database. Okay. Now let's say this developer one who wanted to use this database in order to execute some query or some transaction. But this developer 2 is trying to run a drop database statement or query. So if database gets dropped, then this will impact the transaction which developer 1 is running. So ideally it should not drop. Okay. So logically that error is pointing in that direction only. Okay. So that's what we have written here. Like you cannot drop a database if it is currently in use. And by currently in use, I mean, let's say there are n number of sessions are open, or let's say there are n number of developers who are using the same database in order to query some transaction or query something. So if you are trying to drop a database in that case, an error will be popped up stating cannot drop database. This is the database name DemoDB because it is currently in use. Okay, and that's what we have observed in error message, correct? Cannot drop database DemoDB because it's currently in use. So what is the solution for this one? So first you need to like roll back all the transactions which are happening in that database, okay, and so that the connection will be closed, and then you can like drop a database, okay. And for that you can use this alter query. Let me try this one. Or before trying this one, I want to like show you something. Let us open another session for SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. Now here, if you see, we are trying to drop this DemoDB database, right? Now let me open a new page, new query window, and here I would opt this DemoDB. Okay. So in this case, you can see that we have an extra session which is using this DemoDB. And if you are trying to drop a database, this error corresponds to that only. So this was for understanding purpose. Like here, let's say if you have like another system open which is using DemoDB, and if you are trying to drop something, then it will give this error, this one. Okay. But as soon as you close this session, let me close this session. Let me disconnect it and close this session. See, the command executed successfully. Okay. So now we are able to drop this DemoDB database. Now you can also perform the same thing using this alter query, right? You can use this alter database statement. Then you can perform this drop database statement, and you will be successfully able to drop the database. Okay. So let me show this one also. So I guess currently we don't have any database. So let me first create this DemoDB. Okay. So this is created. Let me refresh this one. Now let me copy this alter database statement. Okay. Let me execute this one. So command completed successfully. Now let me drop this. See, now we are able to drop database successfully. Okay, so we have seen how to delete database graphically and what all process we need to follow if you want to delete or drop a database using SQL query. So first we need to alter the database in order to roll back the transactions which is currently going on and to close the connections. And then you can run this drop database query in order to delete the database. Okay, and let me refresh it. So delete it. Okay, and one more point I would like to add here, similar to the user-defined database. User-defined means what we created here. This is like a user-defined database, correct? There are some system-defined databases also that we have already discussed, which are pre-installed, correct? And if you want to drop these database, so first of all, you will not get any option directly in order to delete or drop at this database. So if you do right click, you will not see any option to delete a database, system database. Okay. And if you try the similar thing using the SQL query, then it will give an error. Okay. So the conclusion is like system databases cannot be deleted. We can only delete the user-defined database that we have created. Okay, then I think this is already done. Okay, so in this video we have discussed what is database and how to create, alter and delete the databases and what all points we need to consider while deleting a database and what are MDF and LDF files master data file and the log files and what are the significance of those files. So these points we have discussed in a very great detail. And in our upcoming videos, we'll see what are tables in SQL and how you can create a table. What is DDL and DML scripts. So we'll learn these things in a very great detail in our upcoming videos. Okay. So thank you so much for watching the video, and please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get a new video updates. So let's meet in our next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.